Stephen Bunting dispatched in the first round here, and we've got what looks to me like one of the ties of the first round here on stage 2. It is the top player from Poland versus the top player from the Czech Republic. Now, you might not immediately think that they're massive darts playing nations, but Krzysztof Ratajski has really put Poland on the map. It is his third appearance at the Players' Championship finals. The first year he was here, he didn't even have a tour card. He was just filling in for a few tournaments, and he won a couple of Pro Tour events. So he came here as the number 28 seed, but the following 2 years he's been seeded number 3 and number 5 this year, because this man is one of the most devastatingly dangerous players in the world of darts. Chris Murphy has joined me, Dan Dawson, for Krzysztof Ratajski, the Polish Eagle, and Evil Charlie, Karel Sedlacek.
Yeah, and he knows him well, does Krzysztof Ratajski. You mentioned that year, 2018, when he kept coming through the East Europe qualifiers. He met 6 times in those qualifiers, a pair of them. Sedlacek actually won the first one, and Ratajski won the following 5. Also met at the Summer Series this year.
So was that the one Euro Tour qualifier that Krzysztof Ratajski lost that year? Because he qualified for every single one bar one, didn't he? I didn't realise it was Charlie he lost to.
Yeah, it would have been the first one. Certainly got his revenge, and then again, and again, and again.
55.
It's an interesting shirt. Not just the design of the motif on the back of it, but the style is very different to anything that we're used to seeing from Evil Charlie.
I've not seen it before, and I quite like it, I have to say. I mean, there is a Karel Sedlacek shirt which is inspired from like a Peter Kay sitcom, which is, in my view, a novelty shirt. It's like the Christmas novelty single equivalent of a dart shirt.
Yeah, well, the sitcom that it's inspired by is called The Road to Nowhere, so I'm not sure it's the best confidence-provoking kind of thing to have on the back of your shirt, but that 180 will be a confidence-provoking start.
How's he going to follow it up? Stick another in there, lead 26.
138.
Not quite, but 2 great visits have got him right back in this leg. Another 16. Leaves the double. And it is there. Krzysztof Ratajski takes the opening leg on double 16. You will see him use that portion of the board a lot over the next few legs. Ratajski, of course, played at the Grand Slam of Darts, and a lot of people fancied him, but he was in a nightmarish group involving Jose de Sousa, the eventual champion, and Michael Smith, and he did not get out of the group stage as Krzysztof Ratajski.
Yeah, I was going to ask you your thoughts on that. Often we see and we talk about players who may be major champions in waiting, and certainly Ratajski has been mentioned in that vein, having won 7 events, but he hasn't made it past the quarterfinals in any televised PDC event. That was at the World Match Play this year. He lost to Michael Smith. Truly, you look at the likes of de Sousa and others and think, you know, that really should be me. Changed his darts to try and get more maximums, and it has proved to be a wise choice. Double 16 is often a wise choice, and that's why.
Yeah, rather counterintuitive change for Krzysztof. I think it was 2 years ago, or maybe it started last year, when he changed his darts, where he's gone to slightly thicker barrels, and yet he tends to get more 180s now. Now, I don't know if it's just the dynamics of how they stack or group together, but the conventional thinking is you throw a thicker dart, you're not going to find it as easy to cram them all in the same treble bed.
It must be awful, mustn't it? I'm only hitting 2 trebles a visit. I need to change something.
You mentioned that. Krzysztof Ratajski, I believe there were some stats earlier on this year that showed he hits more 2 treble visits than anybody else on the planet over whatever period they were looking at. So that's an indication he may not be the biggest 180 hitter in the world, but the treble 20s and treble 19s, when you tot them all up, it's that constant grinding effect where it's just big score, not the biggest, but when you keep following up big score after big score, you find yourself on things like 81 and 87 and 90 after 9 darts, an awful lot.
Sedlacek trying to carve out a lead in this leg, but that's just been obliterated. Well, what about Karel's credentials? We haven't seen him much on TV or in TV tournaments outside of the World Cup, where he's appeared 4 times. He did have a couple of victories at the UK Open, wins against Adam Hunt and Barry Bates in Minehead back in March. I think that those games were on the outside boards. May suit him being on stage 2 here.
Well, I think he's getting better. I think he's getting to grips with life in the PDC, and I thought they were very, very unlucky, the Czech Republic team, not to go further. I thought they could go a long way in the World Cup. Missed a chance to beat Belgium. As Ratajski wants the ball. Oh, missed that by a long way in the end.
It's that 64 that was taken out against him in leg 1. And he takes it out to win leg 3.
That's a breaker throw as well. Evil Charlie getting himself into this game. Well, because I didn't realise they played all those games in the Euro Tour qualifiers. The only meeting I'd seen from them was earlier on this year on the Pro Tour, the Players' Championship events, one of the 23 that we've had in 2020, which is a marvel of organisation in itself. Krzysztof won that one by 6 legs to 2 back in July. Krzysztof, of course, has won one of these Players' Championship events, won one very early on before the whole lockdown hit. That was in Wigan, a place we haven't been to for a while. It's probably the longest time a lot of these guys haven't been to Wigan for in years and years and years. Certainly is for me.
114.
I think it was it Vincent van der Voort whose Twitter bio read, under location, probably Wigan.
Yeah. And I'm sure he was delighted about it. Vincent van der Voort is a phenomenal darts player and a great ambassador for the game, but you wouldn't want to pay him to be part of your advertising campaign if you're trying to advertise towns and cities in the north of England, because it's not that complimentary.
He's got some applications into government to put some areas into tier 4, I believe.
100.
Well, Sedlacek might be in tears if Ratajski takes this out. 57. Can't find either of the trebles, so a chance here for a level game.
Very un-Ratajski-like moment, that. So 87 for Krzysztof Ratajski. Treble 17 leaves double 18. Now it's going to be 20 segments. And that leaves the bull again. And again it is missed. It's closer than the last time, but just like the last time, Sedlacek has left 64. But unlike last time, he can't take it out.
Double 8. And Ratajski cashes in. 3-1 lead. Break back. That little exchange of play has just put this match back in his control.
The winner of this faces either Chris Dobey, whom we know is considered almost universally to be a rising star in this sport, although he has been for a while, or Madars Razma, the Latvian #1, who is seeded higher than Dobey for this weekend's tournament and has played some excellent stuff in these Players' Championship events over the course of 2020. It would not surprise you if Razma came through that game against Dobey and we have a Latvian versus either a Pole or a player from the Czech Republic. A real international feel to darts nowadays, underlined by the fact we've had a Belgian winner of the World Match Play and a Portuguese winner of the Grand Slam of darts. Well, some bloke from Teesside who won the Premier League, of course.
Well, as you mentioned, we've had a curtailed European tour, but I'd be interested to see the impact on some of the performances from players around Europe. Wonder if we'll be sunning ourselves in Spain or Portugal anytime soon. We have, of course, been to the Czech Republic, where the crowd got right behind Karel Sedláček in a match with Ian White last year.
Yeah, probably the hottest venue that we've ever experienced. Certainly on the Euro Tour. I don't know if it probably was as hot as Blackpool in July.
Perhaps a trip to Poland at some point. Right now, it's Coventry in November.
Well, a second 180 for Krzysztof Ratajski leaves himself 38. And he will get a look at it. And I would expect Ratajski to split this and go for the double 16.
You're wrong, Dan. Might
Maybe
do it
he
now.
was.
Yeah, well, he was wrong. Was he? Yes.
19.
Well, he was 50% on his doubles, and double 16 is his, and double 8 is his go-to ones. He could have gone big 6, double 16, and you fancy him to take it out. And ultimately, 48 is taken out by Sedlacek, and he's still in this game, despite being about 5 points behind on the averages.
They will, as I said, after all those meetings in those qualifiers, know each other reasonably well, and Ratajski will know that Sedlacek is capable of giving him a game.
96.
Well, he's just snuck into this, hasn't he, Sedlacek, in terms of the qualifying, and he's done just enough to be here as the number 60 seed in a field of 64. Now, I think it's one of the things when you get on the tour, qualifying for this event, you don't have any advantage. You know, you don't have money from previous years, so you all start at the same point of 0 at the start of the year. Getting to the Players' Championship finals is objective 1, pretty much, I would think, for a lot of players. To show you can hold your own on the tour, be in that top half of tour card holders, and get yourself a chance.
134.
106 in the main order of merits. Obviously has had half the amount of opportunities and the players that have been there more than a year. It's a 2-year system. But he's around a position that will give him a chance with a half-decent season next year to keep hold of his tour card at the end of it. But a run here, even winning a match or two, would really bolster those chances.
Well, big moment coming up here. Ratajski, treble 18 for double 12 will be the route. If he does, he breaks, he re-establishes that 2-leg gap. 20 for tops. Looks to go over the top of that. What wasn't he happy with? The lie or just how he was stood?
May have even been the grip. He hasn't got a firm grip on this match. Sedlacek gets 2 darts at double 16 to level. And it is level. And he said he did just enough to get into the tournament. Well, he's doing just enough to stay in this match right now.
He is for now. But Krzysztof Ratajski is not a man known for folding. You expect Krzysztof to finish this match with an average somewhere between about 96 and 100. At the moment, he's just a tiny... Oh, he's pretty much there. And you don't expect it's going to deviate from that. This is the level that Karel Sedláček is going to have to match and better over the next few legs if he's to turn this around.
Rob Cross got the job done against Jason Lowe, a 6-3 win for Voltage.
Yeah, 98 average, 6 out of 7 on the doubles for Rob Cross in that game over on the main stage.
Will be Joe Cullen against Adam Hunt.
85.
Score to settle there from the Grand Slam, of course. That's on the main stage. Coming up next here, another belter, Gabriel Clements against Martijn Kleermaker.
And then's another man from that group with Cullen and Hunt, of course. Hunt sneaking through to the knockout rounds by winning 5 consecutive legs against Gabriel Clements and knocking Joe Cullen out of the tournament in the group stage.
Yeah, although some of that was self-inflicted, it has to be said, in that match against Michael van Gerwen. About deciding whether to split or hit, which we saw, of course, from Krzysztof Ratajski in this match.
Yeah, board management, tactics, call it what you will. But if you make questionable decisions, sometimes it can end your campaign.
Often when you're still questioning your own decision while you're throwing the darts, that is a bit of a problem. No question about which route he was going to employ here.
62.
But there is a bit of a question about his doubling at times in this match.
Oh, hang on. The de Souza. Oh, not quite.
98.
The 158 checkout, which won the Grand Slam of darts for José de Souza, is not going to go for Evil Charlie. He has to hit it from there. Oh, my word, how has he missed those?
Hasn't done too much wrong in the way those darts were delivered, but he is giving chance after chance after chance to Karel Sedlacek. And Karel keeps cashing in.
Sedlacek takes the lead despite his first attempt at double top nearly missing the board entirely. And I've almost got more respect for him, the way he just kept calm and pinned it next dart.
Even funnier when you consider the kind of markers that his opponent had laid down and not been able to utilise.
Yeah, Ratajski's thrown 3 excellent darts at double and missed all of them. Sedlacek's thrown one nearly into a different postcode and then still pinned it last dart. That hurts.
140.
Well, the incredible run that we're having here on stage 2 could be about to continue. We've seen Ryan Murray, Andy Bolton and Luke Woodhouse,
81.
all underdogs in their matches, overcome Stephen Bunting, Ryan Joyce and Brendan Dolan.
Well, this would be the biggest one of the lot, because as much as we've talked about Karel Sedlacek being a very dangerous player who is improving, Krzysztof Ratajski is the number 5 seed here. I'm kind of surprised that this game wasn't a main stage one, to be honest. And I think they're missing out, because it could be a story developing here.
Even that treble from Ratajski doesn't do too much damage. He will get an opportunity. But Sedlacek leaves it handy. And if Ratajski cannot complete this 1-2-1 combination, he'll have darts at tops to go 5-3 up.
He's had a go at this before. This time it's double 14, not the ball. And again, Ratajski continues to miss. 10 darts at double missed by Krzysztof Ratajski. That is another horrendous dart at double. But double 16 for Evil Charlie. And he gets away with it again. Karel Sedlacek, he's hitting roughly half his darts at double. In fact, yeah, half his darts at double. The first
doesn't know the questions, but somehow has the answers.
Well, this would be a big shock. But Krzysztof Ratajski, well, he'll only have himself to blame. He's lost 5 of the last 6 legs, and by my reckoning, he's had darts to win all of the last 4, but lost them all. In fact, he had a dart to win the other one he lost, leg 3. So every single leg, Krzysztof Ratajski has had darts to win him.
Likely to get darts to win this one. Had those 3 very close darts at the double 10, but many of them falling quite far short. The one at tops, the one at 14s. Wouldn't have needed to have gone for the bullseye. Hasn't left it as handy as he would have hoped.
Well, for Krzysztof here, He would love to see bullseye first dart to give him the go at the double 16, which he loves. Double top hasn't been a happy hunting ground for him so far in this game. Okay, well, you could go that way. Doesn't need to go 20 and bull, so it'll be treble 18 here, I would imagine. And he will come back with 3 darts in hand at double 16. Now, if Krzysztof Ratajski's not going to take out 32 when he's got 3 darts in hand, he may as well just give up now, because this game will be over.
43.
And there, your point is made. Ratajski's still in it. And this is a leg. Sedlacek will want to be the last one. He has the darts to carry on this run of underdog victories here on stage 2, to book his place in the second round in a meeting with either Madas Razma or Chris Dobie.
Well, a succession of 2 treble visits in the last couple of legs have meant Krzysztof Ratajski has been first to a double with ease. But here he is in all kinds of bother. He's nearly 200 points behind. He needs to fill this, 2 trebles minimum. And he's not got them, he's only got the one. Karel Sedlacek should be getting match darts in the next few seconds.
Well, you were talking about objectives in this tournament at the very start of this match, and Karel's objective was getting in it. Krzysztof Ratajski's objective was probably to win it. And it looks as if it is going to be Karel Sedlacek that moves through. Ratajski looking a little lost up there.
A reminder, he has had darts to win every single leg of this match, Krzysztof Ratajski. But 5 times he's come up short and missed. It looks like he may not even get darts to win this leg, and if he doesn't, it's game over. It's not the worst miss in the world, that.
Well, that could be that. Double top. Nowhere near. And this time, he doesn't repeat the trick of putting it right. Can Ratajski put it right to some tune?
Not here, and Sedlacek gets more match darts, and the number 5 seed could be sent packing in round 1 here at the Ladbrokes Players Championship Finals. Evil Charlie looking to end the Polish Eagles' hopes. Double 5. Oh, he might be blowing it. He might be blowing it.
56.
5 missed darts for the match. But Ratajski once again does miss darts in another leg. Is it another leg that he loses? Is it a match that he loses?
Karel Sedlacek wins it 6-4. He beats Krzysztof Ratajski, takes out the number 5 seed. He could not win legs, Karel Sedláček, unless Krzysztof Ratajski missed doubles first. But it doesn't matter, because he kept on missing, and Karel Sedláček wins on a televised stage for the first time as a PDC singles player.